Welcome and thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show on this Monday, April 18th. I'm Deb Gillard, your host for today. We have a great show for you today. Coming up in the first part of the program, we have Tim Schammel with us from Steele County Probation Services. Lots of great information that I did not know, and hopefully our viewers did not know, and so we're going to get a little bit educated there. Our second part of the program is going to be dedicated to something called Ride for the Brand, and Monty Mowry will be joining us for that, and that was out on location. We, of course, welcome your comments, your suggestions for show topics, your information to pass along at the end of the program, things that are happening in and around the community, and you can send those to owatonnatoday@charter.net, or you can get a hold of Leanne at 390-5751. We do always let you know that we're on Charter Channel 181 here in the area, and of course Facebook, YouTube, the third hand video, all sorts of ways to find us, and also to let other people know that they can watch and see what's happening in and around the Owatonna and Steele County community. So we're very happy that you're with us today. Let's take our first break for our sponsors, and we'll be back with Tim. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings from the Steele County Historical Society. We invite you to visit us and enjoy your county's history at the History Center and Village of Yesteryear. Check our website for current exhibits and monthly programs.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection on this Monday, April 18th. And there you go, Tim. See, who's the first to mess up and stumble over their words? Yeah. It's always going to be me, the host, and not you, the guest. We welcome Director of Steele County Probation Services, Tim Schammel, in with us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
We are very glad you're with us today because as we were talking ahead of time, as I mentioned to our viewers, there are a lot of things I think about the probation services that you kind of operate behind the scenes, and there's probably a lot of things that I don't know and our viewers don't know, so we're hoping that you can shed some light and let us know your role here in the community. But a little bit about yourself. Born and raised here, correct?
Born and raised, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Graduated from Owatonna High School?
Graduated and then moved on to Mankato,
Okay.
got my degree in corrections, and came back here. Started in around 2004 as an assistant probation officer, and gradually worked my way up from there. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And now you oversee the agents in that department
Yes,
as director?
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's just try to get, if we can, an idea of what the Steele County Probation Services does, kind of an overview.
Well, we're located in the bottom floor of the courthouse. What we do is we supervise people placed on probation, orders from the court. So when someone's placed on probation for a misdemeanor or a gross misdemeanor, in some certain cases felonies, we supervise the order sent down from the court with specific conditions that the judge sees fit, basically, and we make sure we supervise those people and that they follow through with those conditions during their probationary period.
Okay. So kind of the range of offenses that we might see and the ages of the individuals that you serve?
Yeah, so the range would be, the beginning of our spectrum would be our truancy court. They're not placed on probation. Recently we just created a truancy court, and that is in collaboration with stakeholders in the community and the school district as well. So the truancy court is those kids that are having trouble with attendance, obviously, and they're making it through the ARB attendance review board with the county attorney's office, and they're not really successful with that portion. They have 5+ absences at that point, and the county attorney's office meets with them and kind of lets them know what could happen, tries to offer them services, and if that doesn't work, there may be substantial issues on why they're missing a lot of school. So what we do is we dedicate an officer to that, and do some case planning. We developed it with stakeholders in the community to try to offer services to these kids to figure out what the issues are. The next step would be our diversion program. That involves petty misdemeanor offenders, smoking tickets, curfew charges that are diverted away from the court system. But our case aide in our office goes through an agreement with them, lets them know that they're diverted away from the court system. If they complete this successfully, they won't have to go to court and see the judge.
Okay.
And so that's a really good program as well, to deal with those kids that are possibly coming into our spectrum. And then we deal with misdemeanor offenders in our office. Those tend to be cases where they're low-level DWIs, disorderly conducts, assaults, the lowest of our spectrum in terms of misdemeanors.
Okay.
So the next is gross misdemeanors.
Okay.
Those are enhanced cases. Those can be also assaults, third, second degree DWI cases. And then in rare cases, those felony cases which kind of fall into drug court in our department. So.
Okay, and we'll talk a little bit about drug court too, because that's kind of a unique aspect of what you do. And then the probation, or the things that the judge asks to be done, are probably aligned with the offense. Then, so someone who is in the petty misdemeanor may have to do certain things. What are some of those?
Certain
examples?
Educational things.
Okay.
So a smoking cessation class, or like a PERT class, which involves some sort of responsible thinking and getting them going to an education class to divert their behavioral thinking. And then gross misdemeanor DWIs, for example, or even DWIs in general, we're trying to gauge whether they need education, treatment, or some punitive model.
Okay.
So that's what we're typically what happens is on the higher level cases, the judges send these people down to us. We do an extensive interview with them. We do a risk assessment to figure out if they're high risk or medium risk or low risk, and then we send recommendations back up to the court with specifics on what we think will turn the client around, get them to better their lives, whether that be treatment, education, or some specific case planning.
So the difference between probation and parole?
Parole would be coming out of prison.
Okay.
Probation is supervising the people before they get to that point of going to prison, and supervising them while they're in the community.
Okay. I just wanted to help you, because we all see TV shows and everything, and people violate parole or they violate their probation. And I just wanted our viewers to be clear that someone who is on parole has served time. Someone who is on probation, you're trying to steer them away before that happens. So it definitely is a proactive kind of thing.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And while they're on probation, I'm assuming, again, according to the offense, the judge would make special conditions like can't use a firearm, can't be drinking, what are
and for example, again, we'll kind of refer to the most likely is the DWIs and alcohol-related offenses, and a lot of times the people have a no-use condition, so they can't use chemicals. Well, our agents go in the field and we'll do field visits on those individuals that are higher risk, make sure they're not using. We can check their home for alcohol or drugs. We can also, during our field visits, we can give them PBTs and urinalysis. We do that in our office as well, just to make sure they're not using. And if they're high risk, high need, a lot of things can happen with that. So other conditions would be to complete treatment and aftercare, attend AA meetings, things like that.
Somebody slips up. They are not supposed to be using chemicals or drinking, or they don't do some of the education. They just say, "Oh, never mind, I'm not going to do it." What's the what are the outcomes then sometimes?
Well, that has changed in the last decade. We're moving from a more punitive model to a more therapeutic community safety model, which is a balance nowadays with trying to get them, a decade ago, arguably, if someone screwed up, we would recommend some jail time.
Okay.
And we found that wasn't really helping recidivism, and it wasn't giving them what they needed. So nowadays it's kind of moved to a more evidence-based model of if they screw up, we're working with them, we're developing a rapport with them. This evidence-based model involves special training that the agents are doing. They have a lot more tools in their toolbox per se of creating change, using motivational interviewing, facilitating COG skills classes, developing intricate case plans based on the offender's specific needs. So to answer your question, to give you an example, if they screwed up or violated one of those conditions, we react a lot differently now, and we might, instead of a punitive reaction, we may recommend that they go speak with someone in regards to wherever they screwed up. If it was a chemical slip, that they go talk to a practitioner or a service provider in the community and figure out what else they need to become successful. So that's where the model's going, and you can only do that so many times. And if community safety is compromised, we tend to, you have to go back to the model of protecting the community as well.
Right.
So.
And if somebody seems not to be able to change with that therapeutic model, then they have to kind of fall back to the... How many agents are actually working in the Steele County Probation
We have
Services?
7 agents in our department,
Right.
and we have a case aide and an administrative assistant as well.
Keep them busy.
Yeah.
I did want to mention drug court. I know we're nearing the end of our time, but that is a specific, and I think it's been touched on here in the Owatonna Today Show, but that's that therapeutic model as well.
Yes, and in 2013 we gathered data showing that we have a need for more supervision in this community in terms of high-risk, high-need individuals that may have co-occurring disorders. That means we have a body of people in our community that have mental health, chemical health issues, and they tend to be the people that are, metaphorically, the revolving door. They've had an issue. They've been in our community for a long time, and we've come together, judges, stakeholders in our community, to create a drug court that offers them specific services and very stringent, detailed supervision, where the judges, county attorney, stakeholders sit around the table and discuss each case individually to give them specifically what they need and hold them accountable to that weekly. It's been very successful. We serve roughly 40 people between here and Waseca. So.
Well, thank you very much for coming on our program and sharing all of this information, Tim. Keep doing what you do. It sounds like you're doing a great job in helping individuals really when they need you the most. Probably, and our safety in our community is definitely important to us. I know there's contact information for you there should anyone have any questions in regards to what Steele County Probation Services does and has, and if they have any questions for you. So thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you.
All right, take care. We'll take a break for our supporters, and then we will be back with Ride for the Brand. Stay with us.
Looking for that perfect birthday party idea for your child? I have exactly what you're looking for, a pool or gym party at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. Hi, this is Brad. Contact me today at 774-7102 to schedule the party every child will love. Birthday party packages are available year-round. West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, encouraging and promoting a healthy lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Michael Mager with the Brick Mager Funeral Home and the Medford Funeral Home.
At Brickmaker, we are privileged to have served the families of Steele County community for 118 years.
Whether you choose traditional burial or cremation, we promise the tribute your loved one deserves with the peace of mind that you require.
We are proud to be part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And on this lovely day, we're out here at the Monty Mowry farm with Monty Mowry and Nancy Mowry. And we're here to talk about Ride for the Brand. So welcome and thanks for joining us on the show. Nancy and Monty, our audience would love to hear a little bit about yourselves and your life here in Owatonna. Nancy, let's start with you. Share a little bit about yourself with our viewers.
I moved to Owatonna after I graduated from college, got a job here and working several different places in the community, and met Monty, and he's the horse person in our family, and that's how I kind of got my connection with horses.
Okay, great. Now, Monty, share with our viewers a little bit about yourself and your life here in Steele County.
Okay, I moved to Owatonna from Mitchell, South Dakota area back in 1978. I worked for, at that time, OMC and then Mustang Manufacturing. And like Nancy said, I come from a long line of horse people, my grandpa, my dad. I just enjoy being around horses.
All right, so now we're talking about Ride for the Brand. Mm-hmm. Would you share with our viewers, what is Ride for the Brand?
Ride for the Brand is a program that we started. It's kind of focused on handicapped children as well as adults. We focus on the ages like 5 to 25 years of age. We will allow older individuals as well, but just get them out, get them to be around animals, horses, let them ride, either ride the horse or ride in the wagons.
Okay, so this is just something that you came up with. How did you come up with the idea?
We got the idea from a special horses for special people that's in the Waseca area. I've taken my horses over there and participated, volunteered there, and I just thought we'd try it here in Owatonna area, Steele County.
So Ride for the Brand is something you started, and it happens when?
We are scheduled in July. We'll be the 4 Thursday nights in July, starting the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th.
Okay. Now, Monty comes up with this idea and says, I want to do this. How did you, and behind every successful man's a good woman, so how did you help and support to get this off the ground, Nancy?
Well, I said, okay, we'll try. So we called the people in Waseca, we met with them and just asked, how do you do what you do? And got some ideas. And we talked to some of our friends who have horses and asked, would you be interested in helping us? And Monty did most of the work, I'll tell you that. He's done 90% of the work. But, he had an idea and I just supported it.
Okay. So you're out here helping with the horses and getting things ready and whatnot.
I help them with the computer part of it.
So your first Ride for the Brand last year was in July, correct?
Yes.
And how many did you have show up?
We had 31 people registered. We averaged about 24 individuals per night to come out and actually rode, either horse or in the wagons. And we had, I would say each night we had at least a dozen to 15 volunteers that come out and help.
So your first time, how did you advertise, just word of mouth? How did you end up getting 30 people to show?
Well, we contacted advocates for developmental disabilities, and they have a flyer they send to the schools in May, and we asked if we could include our brochure, and that way we got the word out to the people that needed it.
Okay.
And stuff.
And so how did you decide on this logo for Ride for the Brand?
Well, in the cattle world, the livestock is marked with some identity, a brand. And we took the name Americans with Disabilities and come up with the logo that we have made. And then the Ride for the Brand, the name, that actually come from a poem by a Western poet. That goes back to the ranching days and what it meant to be a cowboy.
Okay. And so that is what you're wearing on your shirts and your
Yes.
banners, and so this will be the second annual Ride for the Brand coming up in July.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah.
Through all your organization, and now you need volunteers, and because the riders need to have a one-on-one.
Yes, we try to have at least one person walk alongside of the individual on the horse, and we also like to have horses come out. But we request that if you bring a horse out, you're out there to handle and care for your horse, because your horse knows you. It may not know somebody else.
And speaking of the horses that you have here, what are the benefits of horseback riding with disabilities that you're aware of? Could you share that with our viewers?
Yeah, we found like on autistic people, it seems to be
Calming effect.
effect to it. People with balance issues, they seem to go with the movement of the horse, and they feel the movement and helps on stabilizing and motion.
Yeah, their core strength, it helps strengthen the muscles, and it gets them outside.
I can tell from just the short time we've spent with you today, you're very humble people. So I don't know, I want to ask you this question. What have been some of the challenges of getting this off the ground for you?
I really don't. They're still coming, but it really hasn't been anything. That was beyond handling. It's been a lot of good community support. Has really been helpful.
Yeah, the community has been wonderful. It was pretty scary the first night, though, because we didn't know how many volunteers we were going to have, and we didn't know how many people were going to show up. So, so we were lucky.
And you were blessed.
We were very blessed.
And so you could have twice as many show up this year. You know,
We could.
Which would be wonderful.
Yes, we're hoping to have quite a few people come out and help again. My motto is we will not turn down a volunteer because they must believe in what we're doing.
Great. We'd love to head over and talk to one of the parents who has a rider and talk with them and ask them about their experience.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We're here talking with Michelle Merksbauer. Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
And your daughter Grace up there on Tank. And would you please share with the viewers what it is that benefits Grace by coming and riding?
You know, Grace has really enjoyed this program. With Grace's disability, she would not be able to join a traditional horse camp or have this experience, and they have made a wonderful opportunity here for Grace and other children like her to be able to come out, interact with the horses, ride, learn about the horses. It's really been an invaluable experience for all of us.
Share with me you ran into Monty at a restaurant after last year, if you can share that quickly.
We did. We ran into Monty about a month and a half ago out at Plaza Marina, and Grace came unglued. She darted through the restaurant, interrupted his meal, basically threw herself in his lap, and was so excited to see him. Just for what they've done for us out here, it has made such a huge impact on her life.
That's great to hear. Really great. And Grace, do you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Grace says yes, she does. And again, what do you need to make this year's ride successful? Nancy, what do you think you'd like to see?
Participants. Okay. We have a website now, and Monty, what's the website?
Ride for the Brand, awd.com.
And again, all together, all of us together, what days will it be in July?
It will be July 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th.
And the time?
6:30 to 7:30.
And do they need to bring anything?
No, they don't really need to bring anything, but they do need to be pre-registered. And you can register on our website. The form is there, and they can register when they get here also.
Okay. And if you'd like to volunteer or bring a horse or whatever, contact the Mowrys, correct?
Yes, and you can do it on our website also. We have a volunteer form there also they can download.
Okay, great. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for having us out this evening. It was wonderful to hear all about Ride for the Brand coming up in July.
And talk with Kate here about what she does.
Oh, Kate. Well, I almost forgot. I'm sorry. And Kate, what it is that you do here at Ride for the Brand?
Help out. I've got a couple of horses at home, and so we'll bring probably the more gentle ones, and then I help lead and talk with the participants and just whatever we can do. Yes.
So you volunteer.
Yes.
What preparation do you do?
Just to have my horses ready.
Yes. Well, that's great. And I'm sorry I didn't mean to leave you out.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
No worries.
Thank you for joining us, and we will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Deb Gillard. And I'm Shaw McNulty with Brookdale Owatonna Assisted Living and Memory Care,
where we provide optimum living activities to keep our residents engaged in life.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back as we wrap up our Owatonna Today Show on this Monday, April 18th, with a few announcements for you. The Alzheimer's Association Caregiver Support Group meets tomorrow, the afternoon group, April 19th, Tuesday, from 2:30 to 3:30. That's in the third floor of the Owatonna Public Library. Everyone is welcome. Nancy Schroet Memorial Scholarship applications are now available at the Owatonna Senior High School Career Center. Deadline to submit those is by noon Friday, May 20th. And of course, those submission deadlines come up more quickly than we think. So if you are interested, pick that up. $500 each will be presented to a senior fast pitch softball player and to a senior band member. The Owatonna Art Center is hosting its 64th annual Steele County Art Exhibition in May. Artists 18 years or older who are residents of Steele County or members of the Art Center are eligible to exhibit their works. Applications are available at the Art Center during regular business hours, which are 1 to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Those applications must be received by May 3rd, so there's a pretty quick deadline coming up on that. The following media may all be shown: oil, watercolor, acrylic, casein, pencil, pen and ink, hand-pulled prints, charcoal, pastel, crayon, sculpture, and clay. So just about anything you artists can imagine can be put on exhibition during the month of May. Munchkin Market is coming up this Saturday, April 23rd. It will be from 9 a.m. to noon at the Four Seasons Center in the West Arena. Youth ages 6 to 15 will have tables selling toys, games, books, sporting goods, and more. Adult vendors will also have products to sale. There's some entertainment going on, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and that will be the Munchkin Market coming up this Saturday. Also this Saturday is the Bark and Rec, sponsored by Owatonna Parks and Recreation and the Steele County Humane Society. That also going on from 9 to noon, so if you plan it correctly, you can maybe do both. The Steele County Fairgrounds, Four Seasons Center, they are right there as well, right at the same place. Bring your furry family member and check out what vendors from our area have to offer. There will be demonstrations with Canine Cash from the Owatonna Police Department, Dog Obedience and Agility. Contact Park and Rec 444-4321 if you would like any more information about that. All sorts of things for our four-legged friends. Treats, grooming, vets, and other doggy stuff. All under one woof. And that's not my pun, that is their pun, so there you go. So it's kind of cute. Coming up on Wednesday's program, please join us. We will be talking about the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church Talent Variety Show coming up, and also a little bit more information about the trail at Kaplan's Woods. So have a great day. Until then, we'll see you Wednesday.